Morning, gang. Happy Wednesday morning to everybody. Hope you all had fun on the live stream last night. As usual, it's crazy and fun and fast paced and everything. So it was a good time. So thanks all everybody for showing up last night. If y'all did miss it, just so you know, because I know we got a whole bunch of new people here. We do a live stream at 8 o'clock Eastern on Tuesdays and then 9 o'clock Eastern on Saturdays. So, and format for all of them is Q&A. I'll answer rapid fire as many questions as I can answer what comes in the chat. So we have some good times there, and God knows where the topics get. So it's a good time. Other thing I just kind of wanted to mention, everybody, and I know we all talked about this a month ago. Heather over at the Needy Homesteader posted a video for me this morning, for you guys yesterday morning, because obviously it's Tuesday afternoon for me. Hopefully she is getting out of the hospital here in about a week. And so all things considered, they're doing as well as they can. But I just kind of wanted to, let you guys know. Heather's put up a video. Go take a look at it. The community, the whole community, her GoFundMe, over $500,000. I mean, that tells you what big hearts we all have, just in the entire community. So, makes me proud and very happy to be part of this community, to see that we all rally together when somebody's in need. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you to everybody for, the prayers, for any of the donations, the cards you sent her, whatever. But, obviously go watch her video. It's near an hour long. But she kind of tells you everything that's going on. So it was nice to hear an update from her. She seems to be in a little better spirits. Again, all things considered. But okay. So what I wanted to talk about today, and we've talked about this quite a bit with the stimulus checks hitting here over the weekend, throughout this week, everybody getting it. What is all this going to do to inflation? All right. And again, I know we've talked about all the channels have talked about this ad nauseum. The price of food, the price of gas, the price of lumber. I mean, you name it, the price of everything is going up. So I kind of wanted to take a trip down memory lane here. And I decided to go back to 1984. No, not because of George Orwell. 1984 was the year I graduated high school. Okay, so figure that was also the year I joined the Army, which means that is kind of when I take it back. I joined the Army in 85. My mistake. But this was basically the year when I wound up out in the workforce. Okay, so, other than delivering papers and waiting tables and washing dishes, high school part-time job type stuff. This was now, I'm an adult. So I figured I'd go back and look at what things cost in 1984 versus what they cost now, and see just what inflation has done, okay? To give you guys an idea of how rapid we're going to see inflation now. So looked all this up, and the official inflation rate since 1984 has been 2.52%. Annually averaged. Okay, obviously we had some years that were higher, some years lower, but between 1984 and 2021, it's been 2.52% averaged out over the years. Okay, now, just so you have an idea of the figures here, the CPI, the Consumer Price Index, okay, and if you don't know what that is, that's a measure, it's a weighted average of prices of a basket of consumer goods that they do over and over and over again, the exact same stuff. Okay, transportation, food, medical care. So according to the CPI numbers, what would have cost you $42.74 in 1984 will cost you $109.96 today, 2.57 times as much. Okay, so CPI is, the basket, the official number, okay, is 2.57 times, and inflation's run at 2.52. So I figured, okay, I'm going to take a look at some of the things I remember buying, some of the things that we all do buy. So I kind of pulled out a few numbers here, and I'll give you this. So, like I said, figure it out. Okay, $1 in 1984, what you could buy for $1 in 1984, it cost you $2.60 now. Okay, 2.6 times higher. Gas, when I was a senior in high school, was about $1, 97, 98, 99 cents. I mean, you know how gas fluctuates, but it was right around $1. Okay. So I looked up the gas station where I lived in Michigan back in 1984 to see what they were charging for gas today on Gas Buddy, $2.79. Okay, so that's up 2.8 times. Pack of Marlboros. Yes, back in my high school days, I smoked cigarettes before I, picked up this thing, about 8 years ago. Pack of Marlboros used to cost me $1, all right, back in 1984. Looked it up today. Now, I know New York, Boston, some of these places are crazy more expensive, but the average cost for a pack of cigarettes, pack of Marlboros, not the cheap ones, $5.92. So 5.9 times higher. A loaf of bread, 1984, 71 cents. Today, average $2.08, 2.9 times. Milk was $1.94. It's now $3.37, 1.7 times. Okay. A postage stamp was 20 cents back then. It's 55 now, 2.75 times higher. A new car, $6,294 in 1984. Now, 2021, $40,857 bucks, 6.5 times higher. Okay. Now, granted, we've got all this other stupid emission stuff and everything that costs a car to go, and the computers and everything that costs a car to go up drastically. Anybody got their car fixed lately? I mean, it costs you insane amount of money. I mean, they want $100 an hour in labor to, you got to have a computer degree to work on a car. Okay, that's part of it. A house in 1984, average cost $110 or $110,610. Today, $248,000. Okay. 2.25%. Okay. Ground beef, $1.29 back then, $3.99 now, 3.1 times as much. A Big Mac, okay, $1.60 back in 84. God knows when I was in high school, I had enough Big Macs. $4.95 just for the sandwich, not for the value meal or whatever. 3.1 times. Here's the kicker. Income in 1984. $26,430 for an individual, not for a household. It's an individual. Okay. In 2021, $57,456, 2.17 times higher. So your income has gone up 2.17 times over the course of the last, 35 years? Okay. 37 years. Okay. The only thing that is literally cheaper now on this list than it was in 1984 is a gallon of milk. Okay, like I said, that was only 1.7 times higher, where your income's 2.17. Everything else is significantly more. Okay, again, cigarettes 5.9, a new car 6.5, ground beef 3.1. This is normal inflation. Okay, we've all heard, wages aren't keeping up with the cost of living. There's the numbers right there, okay, of my adulthood. Now, we dump all this stimulus in the market, and, they're saying 2 to 3% inflation this year. And we all know that's BS, okay? If we've run 2.52% for the last 37 years, with the exception of 2008, 2009, which we had one little tiny stimulus. Okay, this is our third one now. Again, like everybody said, 25% of the money that's in circulation right now has been created in the last 12 months. This is going to drive inflation. We all see it going up. Okay. So this is what to expect. If you think that your paycheck is not keeping up with inflation now, wait to see what happens here in the next 12 months. This is why so many of us are saying, buy silver, do something to preserve your wealth, do something, stock your food, buy it. Because whatever you're buying at today's prices, let's say it's a can of Raviolios, okay, 85 cents, I think it is, something like that at Walmart, all right? When you go into the store a year from now and it's $1.20, you're going to go, wow, that's got expensive. Until you realize that's 40 cents. That's like 50% higher. That's already what we're seeing. I mean, I kind of gave you guys the number on gas before, and people don't think about, gas prices are going up. Think about it in a percentage basis. Gas has gone from roughly $2 a gallon around where I am to $2.70. Okay? That's over 30% increase in the price of gas in 2 months. All right? Now, if we stay here for the whole year, that's 30% increase in a year. That's part of the CPI. All right. So now when you see instead of 2.5% inflation, or 2 to 3, like the liars at the government are telling us, when you look at inflation, we're back at like the 70s or whatever, and all of a sudden they go, yeah, we had 12% inflation last year. That's what you're prepping for, guys. Okay. That's the economic disaster that is ahead of us. That's what I'm trying to tell everybody as fast as I can. For all those of you that have watched me for a while, for all those that are new, this isn't getting any better. This stimulus that you're getting, this $1,400, whoop-de-doo, okay? You just added $69,000 to your personal share of the national debt, and you got $3,000 in the last 12 months, okay? So, if you like those kind of terms on a loan, loan sharks aren't that bad, okay? You get $3,000, you got to pay back $69,000. That's literally what it is, okay? Get your preps. Get everything as fast as you can, all right? I quote Dave Ramsey all the time, all right? Live like nobody else today, i.e. tighten your belt, so you can live like nobody else tomorrow, i.e. eat, all right? Get your food. Get whatever you need. Get light bulbs, batteries, any sort of personal security device you need. Plant your gardens, do whatever. Because when we have this conversation a year from now, and I'm looking at these figures and I go, oh, ground beef was up 3.1 times since 1984 in 37 years. And I go, gee, ground beef's up 5.1% in 38 years. You're going to go, holy crap, I wish I would have listened. All right, guys, please do this. I wish the entire world would figure this out, but we have too many sheep. So please listen to these figures, all right? I'm trying to give you the actual numbers so you can look at it, because somebody says, oh, inflation, and it doesn't ring a bell until you go, this is what it cost then, this is what it costs now, and that's when people have the holy shit aha moment. So get this stuff while you can. You're gonna thank me later, I promise. Have a great Wednesday. Pinball out.